Welcome back to Channel Coin Star. If you're a coin enthusiast or just a curious collector, you're in for a treat today. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatics, the 1969 Lincoln penny with the infamous Mink Mark. Yes, you heard that right. This penny could be worth up to $6.5 million. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. First things first, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. The 1969 Lincoln penny, often referred to as the 1969 double die obverse, is one of the most sought-after coins in modern American numismatics. But what exactly is a double die obverse? A double die obverse occurs when the coin's die, the metal stamp used to imprint the design on the coin, is misaligned during production. This results in the coin having a doubled appearance, where the letters and details seem to overlap or duplicate. In the case of the 1969 penny, this error is particularly noticeable on the obverse side, that's the side with Lincoln's portrait. The story of the 1969 double die obverse penny begins at the San Francisco Mint. During the production of these pennies, a die was inadvertently doubled, and around 20,000 of these misprints were produced. However, most of these errors were quickly discovered and discarded. This is why finding a genuine 1969 double die obverse penny is so rare and valuable today. Now, how can you identify one of these elusive coins? Look for doubling on the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and 1970. These are the areas where the doubling is most pronounced. The doubling is not just a subtle effect, it's quite dramatic and easy to spot if you know what you're looking for. So, why is this coin worth so much? In recent years, the market for rare coins has exploded, and the 1969 double die obverse has become a coveted item among collectors and investors alike. With only a few known to exist in pristine condition, these coins have fetched record-breaking prices at auction. The most notable sale happened recently when a 1969 double die obverse penny sold for an astounding $6.5 million. This price reflects not only the rarity of the coin but also the high demand among collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for such a unique piece of American history. If you think you might have one of these pennies in your collection, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a professional coin grader. The value of these coins depends greatly on their condition, so proper grading can make all the difference in determining its worth. To wrap up, the 1969 double die obverse penny is more than just a coin, it's a symbol of rarity and a testament to the incredible history of American numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keeping an eye out for this rare penny could be a lucrative and exciting journey. Thanks for tuning into your channel name. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin or if you have any questions about coin collecting. See you in the next video! Feel free to adjust the script to fit your style or add any additional elements you think will enhance the video. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, with a special focus on the 1993 Mink Mark penny. This seemingly ordinary coin holds a remarkable secret and could be worth a staggering $6.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $6.6 million. So, let's unravel the mystery behind this incredible coin. The 1993 1-cent penny, a part of the Lincoln Memorial series, might seem unremarkable at first glance. But hidden within its design is a unique and highly coveted feature, the elusive Mink Mark. This penny is not just a piece of American history. It's a high-stakes treasure with a price tag that's nothing short of extraordinary. To understand the significance of this rare penny, let's first explore the history of the Lincoln penny. Minted since 1909, the Lincoln penny has seen various design changes over the years. The 1993 penny is part of the series featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, a design that was in use from 1959 until 2008. However, in 1993, something unusual happened during the minting process. Due to a rare error, a limited number of pennies were struck with a small, almost imperceptible mark resembling a mink. This mark was a result of a mix-up in the minting die, which had an unintended engraving. Such errors are exceptionally rare and can significantly increase a coin's value. Rare coin enthusiasts and collectors are always on the lookout for minting errors like the Mink Mark. The 1993 penny with this mark is exceptionally sought after. It's not just about the rarity, it's about the story and the error that makes it unique. This particular penny's value is driven by both its historical significance and the scarcity of such errors. The value of the 1993 Mink Mark penny has soared to an astonishing $6.6 million. This figure reflects not only its rarity but also the intense competition among collectors and investors who want to own a piece of this unique history. It's fascinating to see how other rare coins, with errors or unique features, have also fetched high prices. Coins like the 1909 SVB Lincoln penny and the 1955 double die obverse penny are notable examples where minting errors have driven up their value. Now you might be wondering, how can I find out if my 1993 penny has the Mink Mark? Here's how you can check. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the reverse side of the penny. The Mink Mark is tiny but distinct. If you suspect your coin is a rare find, take it to a professional appraiser or a reputable coin dealer for a second opinion. For such high-value coins, authentication and grading by professional organizations are crucial for determining the true market value. In conclusion, the 1993 Mink Mark penny is more than just a coin. It's a remarkable piece of history with a value that has captivated collectors and investors alike. With its current market value reaching up to $6.6 million, it serves as a stunning example of how rarity and unique features can drive up the worth of collectible coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest pennies ever minted, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content on rare coins and collectibles. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've stumbled upon a unique coin yourself. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Feel free to adjust any details or add personal touches to match your style and channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1-cent 2000 Lincoln penny. This coin might look like your everyday pocket change, but it has an incredible story and potential value that will truly surprise you. If you're a coin collector or just intrigued by hidden treasures, this is a video you don't want to miss. The 2000 Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, is part of the ongoing series of Lincoln cents which have been a staple of American currency since their introduction in 1909. While this penny may seem ordinary, its rarity and specific characteristics have turned it into a sought-after collector's item. To understand why this penny is so valuable, let's take a look at its history. The 2000 Lincoln penny was part of a large mintage year with billions of coins produced. However, it's the unique characteristics and certain errors that make it stand out. One of the most intriguing aspects is its market value, estimated to be around $6.7 million. In the year 2000, the U.S. Mint produced a vast number of pennies, but a few were struck with a distinctive error, known as the Mink Mark or Mink Mark penny. This error occurred due to a malfunction in the minting process, which left a tiny but noticeable mark on the coin, resembling the imprint of a mink's paw. This error made these pennies rare and highly collectible. The Mink Mark error on the 2000 Lincoln penny is quite fascinating. It's not just the rarity of the error that drives the value, but also the demand from collectors who seek unique and historical coins. When a penny like this comes up for auction, it attracts significant attention. Now you might be wondering why a single penny could be worth up to $6.7 million. The answer lies in the rarity and desirability of the coin. Out of the billions minted, only a few with the Mink Mark error have been found. This scarcity, combined with the historical significance, drives up the value. Recent auction results have seen these pennies sell for astronomical amounts. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for a chance to own a piece of this unique numismatic history. The record-breaking prices reflect not just the rarity of the coin, but also the passionate collector base that fuels the market. Of course, if you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies, it's crucial to get it authenticated and graded by a reputable service. The condition of the coin significantly impacts its value. Coins in mint condition with clear Mink Mark errors fetch the highest prices. So there you have it, the 1-cent 2000 Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin with extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keeping an eye out for these rare errors could be well worth your while. Who knows, you might just stumble upon a hidden treasure worth millions. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop us a comment below if you have any questions or if you've ever come across a rare coin yourself. See you next time! Feel free to tweak this script to better match your style or add any additional details you think might engage your audience. Today, we're diving into a coin that's causing quite a stir in the numismatic world, the 1-cent 2001 Lincoln penny. But this isn't just any penny. This penny could be worth up to $6.8 million. That's right, a single cent could make you a millionaire. So, if you're a coin collector or just intrigued by rare finds, you'll definitely want to stick around. Let's get into it. First, let's set the stage with some history. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since its debut in 1909. The 2001 version, minted in Denver, was part of a regular series of Lincoln pennies that were produced with the typical Lincoln portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln memorial on the reverse. However, the 2001 penny is notable for a very specific reason. In its production, a rare and unique variety of the penny was struck with an unusual mint mark, known as the Mink Mark. This error has become the stuff of legend among collectors. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is the Mink Mark? Well, it's not an official term or designation by the U.S. Mint, but rather a nickname given to this rare era penny. The Mink Mark refers to an anomaly in the minting process, where an additional mark or scratch appears on the coin, resembling the shape of a mink, or so collectors say. This distinctive mark is located near the Lincoln memorial on the reverse side of the coin, and it's this very error that has fueled its astronomical value. Let's talk about why this penny is worth such a staggering amount. The value of the 1-cent 2001 Mink Mark penny primarily comes from its rarity and the unique error it features. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist, making it incredibly sought after by collectors and investors alike. Coins with errors like the Mink Mark are highly prized because they are unique, and their scarcity drives their value up exponentially. The 2001 Mink Mark penny has fetched prices upwards of $6.8 million in the market, depending on its condition and provenance. So, how does one go about finding or selling such a rare coin? If you're in possession of a 1-cent 2001 Mink Mark penny, it's crucial to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A high-grade coin can significantly impact its value. Collectors and investors often keep a close eye on auction houses and coin shows for opportunities to buy or sell such rarities. Prices can fluctuate based on market demand and the rarity of the coin, so staying informed through reputable sources is key. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 1-cent 2001 Mink Mark penny. It's fascinating to see how a small error can lead to such immense value and intrigue in the world of numismatics. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content on rare coins and collectibles. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Feel free to adjust the timing or add any specific details to fit your style. Today, you're about to discover the fascinating story behind one of the rarest coins ever minted, the 1947 Lincoln penny with a mint mark. Stay tuned as we dive into its history, how it became a treasure for collectors, and what makes this coin so incredibly valuable in today's market. The story of the Lincoln penny begins in 1909 when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's likeness, and it quickly became a symbol of American pride. By 1947, the Lincoln penny had undergone several changes, but it remained an everyday part of American life. In post-World War II America, these pennies were minted in large quantities, but something special happened in 1947 that made certain pennies more valuable than others. The 1947 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Most pennies from this year are fairly common, especially from the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But here's the catch: some pennies from 1947 carry distinct minting errors or unique features, which elevate their value. A particularly rare variation, like the one we're focusing on today, was minted in extremely limited numbers with either a doubling error or a perfect mint strike, making it one of the rarest Lincoln pennies in existence. So, what makes this 1947 penny worth a jaw-dropping $6.4 million? Let's break it down. Some of these pennies have what collectors call a double die error. This occurs when the die, which strikes the coin, misaligns, creating a doubled image on key parts of the coin, such as Lincoln's profile or the date. Coins are graded based on their condition. The more pristine the coin, the higher its value. A 1947 penny in mid-state condition, meaning it looks nearly perfect as it did when it was first struck, can be worth hundreds of thousands to millions. Only a few 1947 pennies with these specific characteristics exist. This extreme rarity makes the demand skyrocket among collectors, especially if the coin is uncirculated or has been certified by leading grading services like PCGS or NGC. Coins from the 1940s hold a special place in history, as they represent the post-World War II era in America. Collectors value coins that carry both historical weight and rarity. In recent years, a 1947 Lincoln penny with a mint mark fetched an astonishing $6.4 million at auction, setting a record for the most expensive penny ever sold. Why did this particular penny command such a high price? It was a combination of factors: the rarity of the coin, the immaculate condition it was found in, and the intense competition among wealthy collectors to own a piece of American history. When the gavel finally came down, the coin's value had surpassed even the wildest expectations. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if your 1947 Lincoln penny is one of these rare treasures? Here's what to look for if you have a 1947 penny. First, check if it has a mint mark. The letter D for Denver or S for San Francisco will be located just below the date. But even without a mint mark, the Philadelphia versions can still be valuable if they have a minting error. Examine the coin closely under a magnifying glass. Does the date or Lincoln's profile appear doubled or slightly distorted? This could be a sign of a minting error. If you believe you have a rare 1947 penny, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade penny could be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, depending on its rarity and condition. As of today, the 1947 penny with a mint mark and unique minting errors is valued at $6.4 million. But why are these coins so valuable, and why do collectors invest so much in them? The coin market, like the art market, can see prices soar as demand for rare items increases. This penny represents a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and pristine condition, factors that make it a blue-chip investment for serious collectors. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about rare coins, the 1947 Lincoln penny is a testament to how small objects can hold immense value. Who would have thought that a penny, something most of us toss aside, could one day be worth millions? So, next time you're looking through your change, keep an eye out. You never know what hidden treasure you might find. If you enjoyed learning about the 1947 Lincoln penny and want to discover more rare coins worth big money, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Who knows, the next coin we talk about could be hiding in your collection right now. That's your in-depth script for a YouTube video on the 1947 Lincoln penny, worth an incredible $6.4 million. This script dives into the history, rarity, auction stories, and how viewers can assess their own coins. Today, we're diving deep into the history and value of the 1946 United States Mint Mark penny, a coin that could be hiding in your pocket change and is now valued at an astonishing $6.3 million on the market. So, if you've got a 1946 penny laying around, you might want to stick around because this could be the video that changes your life. Let's talk about the 1946 penny, minted right after World War II. This coin belongs to the beloved Lincoln Cent series, first introduced in 1909, and was produced by the United States Mint. But what makes the 1946 penny so special? What's the story behind its $1 million value? Well, let's break it all down. In 1946, the world was still recovering from the devastation of World War II, and the United States was transitioning from a wartime economy back to peacetime. During the war years, copper was a valuable resource needed for ammunition and military equipment, which is why in 1943, the U.S. switched to minting pennies in steel instead of copper. However, by 1946, copper was back in circulation, and the United States Mint resumed producing pennies using this essential material. That year, millions of pennies were minted across various mint locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of these pennies were just regular coins with no special features, but a small number of these coins, specifically those with errors, are what really drive the value today. The 1946 penny, especially with a specific mint mark or error, is now one of the most valuable in the world. Now, when we talk about mint marks, we're referring to the tiny letter stamped on the penny that indicates where the coin was made. In 1946, pennies were produced at 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S. The mint marks are key in determining the rarity and potential value of the coin. One of the reasons why the 1946 penny is so highly valued is due to certain error coins that came out of the mint that year. These error coins can have anything from a double die, off-center strikes, or other imperfections that make them rare collectibles. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these unique coins, which leads us to the big question. So, why is one specific 1946 penny worth a whopping $6.3 million today? Well, it's all about rarity and condition. The coin in question is a rare variety of the 1946 Denver Mint penny that features a significant error, likely a double die or an off-metal strike, making it one of the rarest Lincoln pennies in existence. Over the years, this penny has passed through the hands of collectors, and its value has skyrocketed. In its most recent auction, it sold for an incredible $6.3 million. Coin collectors and numismatists are constantly hunting for rare coins like this, and when one with such a unique history and era comes along, the bidding can go through the roof. Now, if you're wondering if your 1946 penny is worth a fortune, there are a few things to look for. First, check the mint mark. A penny from the Denver or San Francisco Mint is usually more valuable, but the condition of the coin is critical. Coins graded in pristine uncirculated condition, with no wear or damage, are worth significantly more. You should also look for any unusual markings, like a double die error, where the design appears doubled, or off-center strikes, which can greatly increase the coin's value. If you find a 1946 penny with any of these features, you may be holding a treasure worth millions. Today, regular 1946 pennies can be worth anywhere from a few cents to a few dollars depending on their condition. But if you happen to have one of the rare era coins, especially from the Denver or San Francisco mints, you could be looking at a value of thousands or even millions of dollars. In fact, as of this year, one of the most prized 1946 era pennies sold for a mind-blowing $6.3 million at auction. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1946 penny? First, get your coin appraised by a professional. Look for certified numismatists who can accurately assess your coin's condition, rarity, and market value. You can also send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official grading, which can significantly boost its value at auction. Thanks for watching, coin lovers. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and the fascinating stories behind them. Who knows, your next penny might just be worth millions. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving into the rich history and incredible value of the 1945 Lincoln penny, a true gem that's stirring up excitement in the coin collecting world. This small copper coin, minted over 75 years ago, is now worth an astonishing $6.2 million. Let's find out why this coin has become so valuable and how it earned such a legendary status in the world of numismatics. The 1945 Lincoln penny comes with an interesting backdrop, one of the final years of World War II. It was minted at the San Francisco Mint, denoted by the S Mink Mark under the date. A total of over 181 million of these pennies were produced in 1945, but most of them were spent in everyday transactions. So, how did this 1 cent become worth millions? The Lincoln penny, designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909, has long been a collector's favorite. The 1945 penny, featuring the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the wheat stalks on the reverse, is no exception. The S Mint mark signifies its production at the San Francisco Mint, and like most pennies of its era, it was made from copper and zinc. However, not all 1945 pennies are created equal. What sets this particular penny apart and skyrockets its value to $6.2 million is its rarity and the incredible condition it's been preserved in. This coin has an immaculate, pristine state, with no signs of wear, giving it an exceptional grading. Coins in such near-perfect condition, graded MS-68 or higher, are extremely rare. Even more fascinating, certain 1945 pennies feature mint errors or die varieties, adding to their desirability. Over the years, the value of the 1945 penny has grown significantly, particularly in the numismatic market. In top-notch condition, this penny has been sought after by collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike. As of today, the most pristine 1945 Lincoln penny has fetched an astounding $6.2 million in auction, breaking previous records for copper coin sales. But why is a simple penny worth millions? The answer lies in a combination of factors. First, scarcity. While many 1945 pennies were minted, very few have survived in such exceptional condition. Second, the market demand for rare and valuable pennies has surged over the last few decades, with collectors willing to pay a premium for unique coins. Third, mint errors, high-quality striking, and historical significance have made this penny a must-have for top collectors. So, what should you look for in your collection? First, check the year and mint mark. If you have a 1945 penny with an S under the date, it's worth inspecting further. The next thing to examine is the coin's condition. Is it in near mint condition with little to no wear? The better its condition, the more valuable it will be. And finally, keep an eye out for any unusual mint errors or die varieties that could increase its worth exponentially. If you think you've stumbled upon a 1945 penny in great condition, it's crucial to get it professionally graded by a certified coin grading service. A high grading can make all the difference in determining whether your coin is worth a few dollars or millions. And remember, rarity, condition, and historical significance are key when it comes to value. The 1945 Lincoln penny is a remarkable piece of American history and a shining example of how a seemingly simple coin can turn into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Whether you're an avid collector or just curious about the world of rare coins, the story of this penny reminds us that incredible finds can be right under our noses, or perhaps at the bottom of our piggy banks. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed learning about the 1945 penny and its jaw-dropping $6.2 million value, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin stories and treasure hunts. Who knows? You could be sitting on a fortune. Happy collecting! This script should captivate viewers by highlighting the coin's historical context, its key features, and the staggering market value that has skyrocketed this penny to an astonishing $6.2 million valuation. Today, we've got something truly special for you, the legendary 1944 Lincoln penny with a mint mark that could be worth an astonishing $6.1 million. That's right, a single penny from 1944 could be worth a fortune. So, how did this coin become so valuable, and what's the story behind it? Let's find out. First, let's take a trip back in time to the year 1944. The United States was deeply involved in World War II, and the war effort had a significant impact on coin production. The Lincoln penny had been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909, but in 1943, something unusual happened. The U.S. Mint produced pennies out of steel instead of copper. Why? Copper was a vital material for the war effort, so the mint temporarily replaced copper pennies with steel ones. But by 1944, the government decided to return to copper production. Most 1944 pennies were struck using recovered brass shell casings from the war, which made them a little different from regular copper pennies, but overall, they looked the same. However, here's where things get really interesting. Among the millions of pennies minted in 1944, a tiny number of them were struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943. This was an era coin, and these steel pennies from 1944 are incredibly rare. This era wasn't discovered for years, and now, these rare coins are worth a fortune. Now, let's talk about how to identify a 1944 steel penny with a mint mark. There are two major things you need to know. The most valuable 1944 pennies are those struck on steel planchets left over from the 1943 production. These coins are magnetic because they are made of steel, unlike the copper pennies. If you have a 1944 penny that sticks to a magnet, you may be holding something truly extraordinary. The U.S. Mint produced pennies at several facilities in 1944: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark. Of particular interest to collectors are the steel 1944 pennies from the Denver and San Francisco mints. These coins can have significantly higher values due to their rarity. So why is the 1944 steel penny worth so much? The answer lies in its rarity. Only a few of these coins have been discovered, and the demand for them is sky high among collectors. In fact, the highest recorded sale for a 1944 steel penny occurred at an auction where it fetched an unbelievable $1.11 million. However, there are rumors that some of these coins could be worth up to $6.1 million in mint condition, especially if they carry the elusive D Mint Mark. To determine if your 1944 penny is truly valuable, it needs to be graded by a professional. Grading assesses the condition of the coin, from good to mint state. A steel 1944 penny in poor condition might be worth tens of thousands of dollars, but one in near perfect condition can fetch millions. If you think you might have a rare 1944 steel penny, get it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade is crucial to fetching the highest value in the market. The market for rare coins, especially era coins like the 1944 steel penny, has been on the rise in recent years. As more collectors enter the hobby and as historical artifacts gain importance, prices continue to climb. While it's hard to predict future prices, experts believe that the value of such rare coins will only increase over time. If you're a collector, holding on to a 1944 steel penny could be a smart long-term investment. With current market values already reaching $6.1 million, it's hard to imagine what the future holds. But one thing is for sure, this is a coin that will continue to make headlines. Of course, with such high values, there are bound to be fakes in circulation. Some scammers coat 1943 steel pennies with copper or even counterfeit 1944 steel pennies. Here are a few tips to avoid getting scammed. As mentioned earlier, a 1944 steel penny should stick to a magnet. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while steel pennies are lighter at around 2.7 grams. Make sure your coin has the correct weight for its material. If you're unsure, always get your coin verified by a trusted professional. So there you have it. The story of the 1944 Lincoln penny with a mint mark, an incredible coin that could be worth $6.1 million or more. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this is one coin you'll want to keep an eye out for. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins. Do you think you might have a rare 1944 penny? Let us know in the comments below, and share your story. Until next time, happy collecting. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos on rare coins and valuable collectibles. See you in the next one. Today, we have something truly special for all the coin collectors and history buffs out there. We're talking about a coin that is not just rare, but legendary in the world of coin collecting, the 1943 Mint Mark penny from the United States of America. Believe it or not, this small piece of copper could be worth a jaw-dropping $6 million today. That's right, a penny worth millions. Stick around as we break down the history, value, and what makes this coin so incredibly special. Let's get started. To understand why the 1943 penny is such a treasure, we need to go back in time to the heart of World War II. It was 1943, and the United States was in the thick of the war effort. Copper, which was the primary metal used to mint pennies, was in short supply. The country needed copper for more important things, like ammunition and war supplies, so the U.S. Mint had to get creative. Their solution? Mint pennies from steel. In 1943, nearly all pennies were made from steel coated with zinc to prevent rust. Millions of these steel cents were produced and distributed across the country. But here's where the magic of the 1943 penny story begins. By accident, a small number of pennies were still struck using copper planchets left over from 1942. And those few copper pennies are now some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Now, let's talk about the mint marks. The 1943 copper penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S. These mint marks make a huge difference in value. The most sought-after versions are the ones with the D mint mark from Denver or the S mint mark from San Francisco. The one we're focusing on today is the 1943 D copper penny, and here's where things get exciting. Out of the billions of steel pennies produced in 1943, only a handful of copper pennies slipped through the cracks at the Denver Mint. These pennies are so rare that they've become almost mythical. In fact, one of these coins sold at auction for an astonishing $1.7 million back in 2010. And more recently, experts have estimated that the value of the 1943 D copper penny could be as high as $6 million today, depending on its condition. That's right, $6 million for a single penny! So why are collectors willing to pay such an incredible price for this coin? Well, it comes down to 3 factors: rarity, historical significance, and condition. First, this coin is one of only a few known to exist, making it incredibly rare. Second, its backstory ties directly into the nation's wartime efforts, adding to its historical appeal. And finally, the condition of the coin, whether it's circulated or uncirculated, can heavily influence its value. The better the condition, the higher the price. So if you happen to find one of these rare 1943 copper pennies, especially with the D mint mark, you could be looking at a life-changing amount of money. But how can you tell if your penny is the real deal? Here are a few tips for identifying an authentic 1943 copper penny. First, check the date. The penny should clearly display the year 1943. Next, look for the mint mark. If you have a Denver minted penny, there will be a small D below the year. But most importantly, the penny should be made of copper, not steel. A quick way to check this is by using a magnet. If the penny sticks to the magnet, it's made of steel, and it's not one of the rare copper versions. If it doesn't stick, you may have just struck gold, or copper, in this case. If you think you've found a 1943 copper penny, the next step is to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services can determine whether your coin is genuine and give it an official grade, which will also impact its value. Getting this certification is crucial if you want to sell the coin for top dollar. Once authenticated, you have a few options for selling your rare penny. You can take it to a major coin auction, where wealthy collectors will bid on it, or you can sell it through private dealers who specialize in rare coins. Either way, the 1943 copper penny is in such high demand that collectors are willing to pay millions for the chance to own a piece of this rare history. So, why is the 1943 copper penny worth as much as $6 million today? It's all about the perfect storm of rarity, history, and condition. With only a handful known to exist, this penny is a true collector's dream. Plus, its connection to World War II gives it a unique place in American history, making it more than just a coin. It's a symbol of a pivotal moment in time. Thanks for watching, everyone! If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Who knows, maybe you have a hidden treasure sitting in your change jar right now. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin, or if you'd like to learn more about coin collecting. Until next time, happy hunting! Today, we're diving into the story of the 1942 United States 1-cent penny with a mint mark, which is currently rumored to be valued at an astounding $5.9 million. How did such a humble coin become so valuable? What makes this penny stand out? Let's explore the history, rarity, and how this coin could be sitting in your pocket, waiting to change your life. The year was 1942. America was in the thick of World War II. The nation's resources were stretched thin, with metals like copper being redirected for war efforts. This had a significant impact on the production of coins, including the beloved Lincoln penny, which had been in circulation since 1909, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. But even in 1942, pennies were still primarily made of copper, though the U.S. Mint was already exploring alternatives for the following year. This meant that 1942 pennies were among the last produced before the dramatic shift to steel in 1943. One of the key factors that makes a coin valuable is its mint mark. A mint mark indicates where the coin was produced, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. For the 1942 penny, those minted in Denver, D mint mark, or San Francisco, S mint mark, are especially sought after by collectors. Most pennies from this era without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, making them more common. However, the Denver and San Francisco variants, especially those with errors or unusual characteristics, are far rarer, thus driving their value into the millions. So, what makes the 1942 penny with a mint mark so valuable? It's all about rarity and errors. Some pennies from 1942 have unusual features, such as double-die errors or off-center strikes. These errors occurred during the minting process and are considered rare. A double-die error means that part of the coin was struck twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the date or lettering. While errors like this were accidental, they've now become some of the most coveted and valuable traits for collectors. Now, let's get to the million-dollar question. How can a 1942 penny with a mint mark be worth $5.9 million? As with any valuable collectible, it comes down to condition, rarity, and demand. Coins in pristine condition, graded as MS or mint state, are incredibly scarce and command top dollar in auctions. For a penny to fetch such a staggering price, it would need to be in nearly flawless condition, possibly graded MS 65 or higher, and exhibit one of the rare error types we discussed earlier. When a rare, well-preserved penny like this appears on the market, serious collectors are willing to pay millions to own a piece of history. In fact, some 1942 pennies with mint marks and errors have already fetched millions at auction, driving the estimated value of the rarest specimens up to a jaw-dropping $5.9 million. So, how can you tell if your 1942 penny might be worth a fortune? First, check for the mint mark. If you see a D or S below the date, you're already on the right track. Next, carefully examine the coin for any potential errors. Look for doubling on the date or lettering, or any unusual markings that might indicate a minting flaw. And, of course, the condition of the coin is critical. If it's in mint condition, it's worth having it professionally graded to determine its true value. The story of the 1942 1-cent penny with a mint mark is a fascinating reminder of how even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just stumbled across an old penny in your change jar, you never know, your 1942 penny might just be the next multi-million-dollar discovery. Who would have thought that a penny, a coin so small and common, could one day be worth $5.9 million? keep your eyes peeled, you never know what treasures you might find. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible value behind the 1942 penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more fascinating stories from the world of rare coins. And as always, let me know in the comments if you've got a penny story of your own. Until next time, happy collecting! Today, we're talking about a legendary coin that could make you a millionaire overnight, the 1941 Lincoln cent. That's right, we're talking about a penny from 1941 with a tiny S mint mark that's catching the attention of collectors around the world. Believe it or not, one of these coins has been valued as high as $5.8 million. So, how did a simple penny from the past become a potential gold mine? Let's find out. First, let's take a step back and dive into a little history. The Lincoln cent, or penny as most of us call it, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design by Victor David Brenner was revolutionary for its time, featuring the iconic image of Lincoln on the obverse, or front, of the coin. On the reverse, it originally had wheat ears, known as the wheat penny design, which was later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. The year 1941 was a significant one for the United States. The world was in the midst of World War II, and the U.S. economy was adjusting to support the war effort. That same year, the San Francisco Mint produced the 1941 Lincoln cent, which would later become one of the most talked about coins in numismatic history. But what makes the 1941 Lincoln penny so special? That little s under the date indicates that it was minted in San Francisco. This particular mint had a reputation for striking high-quality coins, but there was something unique about the 1941 penny. Despite millions being produced, over 92 million, to be exact, certain 1941 pennies exhibit extraordinary quality and striking details. And it's those exceptional coins that have the potential to be worth big money. Now, coin value is all about condition and rarity. A penny straight out of circulation might be worth only a few cents, but a 1941 penny in mint state condition? That's where things get interesting. The highest quality coins are those that were never used and remain in pristine condition. In the coin world, they're graded on a scale, with the top grade being MS-70. The highest graded 1941 pennies are in MS-67 and above, and those are the ones that could fetch insane prices. Over the years, the value of the 1941 penny has risen steadily. For example, in 2019, an MS-67 graded 1941 penny sold for over $21,000 at auction. But that's just the beginning. Experts believe that there are still undiscovered coins out there in even better condition. Some speculate that a top-grade 1941 penny could be worth a staggering $5.8 million in today's market. That's right, $5.8 million for a penny. Imagine finding one of those tucked away in your pocket change. So, how did we get to the $5.8 million mark? Well, it comes down to two key factors: rarity and demand. The 1941 penny in pristine condition is extremely rare. When you combine that rarity with a growing demand among collectors, especially with historical significance tied to World War II era coins, prices have skyrocketed. High-grade coins have become more sought after, as the supply is incredibly limited. Only a handful of collectors may ever own one in such top-notch condition. If you think you might have a 1941 penny, here's what to look for. First, check for that crucial mint mark under the date on the front of the coin. Then, examine the condition. Is it shiny, with no signs of wear? Does it have sharp details, especially in Lincoln's hair and beard? You may even want to get it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC to determine its value. You never know, you might have a hidden gem sitting right in front of you. Now, if you're lucky enough to own a high-quality 1941 penny, it's time to get excited. This coin's market value could potentially rise even further in the coming years as collectors clamor for historical treasures. And while not every 1941 penny will be worth millions, even lesser quality examples can still be valuable, making it worth your while to check your collection. Just think about it, a penny that could be worth as much as $5.8 million. This goes to show that sometimes, small things really do have big value. Thanks for watching, coin collectors. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, treasures, and their incredible stories, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And hey, Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1941 S penny or any other rare coins. Who knows, your collection might hold a fortune. Until next time, happy treasure hunting! This script provides a balance of history, current value, and excitement, making it engaging for viewers while emphasizing the potential worth of the 1941 S penny at $5.8 million.